Hey, this is Clint, two-time fantasy football Super Bowl champion. We're doing a podcast called C&I Sports Lab. I just wanted to talk about myself for a minute. I've got two beautiful kiddos and a wife and a great life. And this is my boy Ian.
I'm Ian, and I am still learning how fantasy football works, but dang it, I am doing just fine. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm 918, born and raised straight out of Riverside. I got no fantasy football trophies, but I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan, I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan, and Thunder till I die.
So on this episode, we're doing Who's Him non-quarterback edition. But before we even debate this, we have to define what him means. Him isn't a 2-year run. Him isn't when everything is perfect. Him is when no matter the situation, no matter the quarterback, no matter the scheme, you just produce. Totally. And that's why him is Mike Evans.
Oh my gosh. I have to say, I love this pick, Clint, and that's because Mike Evans is a dog. And I know I got a good idea of where you're going with this, but man, I can't wait to hear his college production, NFL numbers, because people forget. And I want to make sure that everybody knows that's the other part of this. Who's him is who consistently produces and who oftentimes gets left out of the great debates, because Mike Evans, what a dog. But I have to unfortunately respectfully disagree. My man, this is Derry Sanders. His name is Run CMC. It is Mr. Swiss Army Knife himself, Christian McCaffrey.
Hey, shout out to CMC. He was a beast in college. He was absolute animal at Stanford, and then he just tore it up with the Niners in that Shanahan system.
The Shanahan system.
No, but real talk, Christian McCaffrey is a dog. I've had him numerous years in fantasy football. He's not just a running back. He's one of the best receivers as a running back in NFL history. I would put him up there with Marshall Faulk comparison-wise.
Marshall Faulk 2.0. There's no doubt about it. But please tell me why Mike Evans is him, bro. Get it.
First of all, I gave him the nickname Mr. 7-Eleven because he's always open. His college stats at A&M were bananas. He posted back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons in 2012 and 2013. He still holds the school record for single-game receiving yards, 279 against Alabama and 287 against Auburn. He was a game-changer in college. He had Mr. Johnny Football, who was elite, but it definitely helped having Evans as his receiver one. What you got?
Honestly, for CMC, I mean, he was great at Stanford and everything, but I got to be honest, his NFL career is definitely what separates him completely from most everybody else, in my humble opinion.
Well, facts, man. I agree with that. I think that Evans had a better college career than McCaffrey, but that's another debate for another time.
Totally agree,
Let's get into the NFL. He's one of only 22 receivers in NFL history to have 13,000 career receiving yards. Just think about that.
This is exactly why I love doing this podcast already. It's because this is the type of stuff that I just forget about. 13,000 yards in 11 seasons or 12 seasons? That's insanity.
I think it's 12. You're absolutely correct.
Golly, what a dog, man.
Are you ready to hear his best NFL game stats single?
I could not be more excited.
These are video game numbers. In 2019 against the New York Jets, he had 8 catches for 190 yards, 3 tutties, and 1 long touchdown of 67 yards. He absolutely took over that game. He with big body fades, deep balls, red zone dominance. That was just classic Evans. Too big for corners, too smooth downfield. Video game numbers.
Straight video game numbers, man. I gotta be honest. I forgot about that game. But, I mean, oh, my God. 8 catches for 190 yards?
And 3 tutties.
Yo, somebody get him the ball so he can hit 200, for real.
He was close, my guy. In 2016 against the Carolina Panthers, he went off for 11 catches for 207 yards and 2 touchdowns. Franchise record-type performance. He was the best player on the field that day.
I totally believe it. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the game, but I got a pretty good idea.
And then in 2020 in the playoffs, when they needed a big win against Drew Brees and the Saints, he had 6 catches for 119 yards, 0 touchdowns, but this one matters the most because it helped push towards that Super Bowl run with Tom Brady.
Oh my gosh, he was instrumental in that game, and what a game, too.
So here's my hot take. Mike Evans' best game isn't even about stats. It's about when defenses knew he was getting the ball and still couldn't stop him.
Oh, absolutely. And just a shout out to him. Chris Godwin, and this is no disrespect to the God, Chris Godwin, he has been fairly inconsistent on the injuries, and Mike Evans still holds it down whenever he's not around. So, no, the overall impact, I totally see it.
Yeah, bro, I hear you. Godwin, shout out to him. He's a beast. I remember one year some dude had him in fantasy, and he was like single-handedly carrying him all year. When he's healthy, he's a freak athlete.
He's a freak of nature, but Mike Evans is a freak.
Wide receiver one,
freaks.
I think, every year for the Bucs.
Every single year, and it's not close. Because any other team, Chris Godwin would be a great wide receiver one. But Mike Evans just outshines, outperforms. And again, no disrespect to Godwin, but there's also no shame in being wide receiver 2 to Mike 7-11 Evans.
Evans doesn't need motion. Screens are special design. Line him up inside or outside, and he wins. You could argue he's scheme-proof.
He is scheme-proof. He can play in the slot. He can play outside, route technician, possession receiver with the deep threat option. Total agree.
I'm about to break it down for you, dude. He's a Super Bowl winner. He's Mr. Reliable, 11 straight seasons over 1,000 yards. He almost tied Jerry Rice, best receiver in NFL history.
Easily.
He's a touchdown machine, 108 career touchdowns. He's a 6'5" matchup nightmare.
And a red zone threat, and threat is a gross understatement.
But here's the best part. He did it with quarterbacks like Jameis Winston, 30-30, a
Mr. 30-30, let's go!
Ryan Fitzmagic.
Call him Sack Galifianakis if you like Nikki Glazer. Shout out to Nikki Glazer.
Josh McCown, Mike Glennon, and Blaine Gabbert look good.
Forgot about Mike Glennon, bro. He's still putting up thousands.
And then he had 2 stud quarterbacks in the GOAT Brady and walk-on assassin Baker Mayfield.
Dude, Baker Mayfield got that dog. If some people got the dog in him, Baker Mayfield got the whole pound, bro. That dude is otherworldly. That's a debate for another time, though. No, hit me.
For his total career, he has 866 catches for 13,000 yards and 108 touchdowns. Hall of Fame numbers.
Easily. 108 touchdowns is diabolical.
Now I gotta hear, man, why is Christian McCaffrey him?
So this is no disrespect to Mike Evans. Oh my God, I forgot about some of these games. I forgot about the stats. And this is exactly why I love doing this. And I already love doing this because Mike Evans really has a strong case. Easy Hall of Famer with the numbers, the accomplishments, the system proof for sure. But I have to. It is my duty to respectfully disagree when it comes to Run CMC. That is the Swiss Army knife himself, Marshall Faulk 2.0, Christian McCaffrey. So I'm going to start you off with just the basics, bro. He's had a 9-year career, 4-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 1-time second-team All-Pro with an Offensive Player of the Year, and as a running back, 2-time top 5 MVP finishes. He also has, in the spirit of Mike Evans, but 5 times he's gone for 1,000 rushing yards in a season. And no disrespect to them as a franchise. I am a Falcons fan, so, Panthers, whatever. But in the Panthers offense under defensive coach Ron Rivera, he was still putting up 1,000-yard seasons. His overall stats, and this is where it gets crazy, bro.
Let's hear it, bro.
12,979 all-purpose yards. He's got 7,600 roughly rushing yards, 7,589. He's got 5,390 receiving yards in 9 seasons. Puts him at 6th all-time for running back receiving yards with 98 all-purpose touchdowns, 62 rushing, 36 receiving. And that 36 receiving touchdowns, bro, puts him 2nd all-time for running back receiving touchdowns with only 112 games played. The only blight on his record, the injury history, but even then, 112 games played, 2nd all-time in receiving touchdowns for running backs, 6th all-time in receiving yards for running backs. He is Marshall Faulk 2.0. But what I really want to get to is the meat and potatoes.
What you got, man?
All right, so he has some fun facts, bro. He has 1,658 rushing attempts with 626 receptions. The man has 15 fumbles and 6 fumble recoveries, which means not only does he have super glue and vice grips somehow, That puts him at a .0039% fumble rate. That means that you have a better likelihood of giving the ball to him than anybody else in NFL history for ball security. And shout out to Derrick Henry, man. That dude,
King Henry.
was for sure.
Not an Alabama fan, but shout out to Henry.
Hey,
He's a
man.
beast.
Hey,
Longevity, bro.
It's all love here, bro. Derrick Henry, King Henry, salute to him. But Christian McCaffrey, you give him the ball, he's not coughing it up, man. He's not giving it up. He's got 3 seasons with 100+ receptions. And the rest of NFL history combined for running backs are 4. He's got 3. The rest of every other running back that's ever played in this league has 4 combined. He has, in the 2019 season, he was the 3rd running back ever with 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 receiving yards.
Insane stats.
Absolutely insane. And shout out to Roger Craig. Big shout out to Roger Craig. Super underrated. And Marshall Faulk.
Doesn't get the credit he deserves.
He doesn't. None of them do, honestly, man. Marshall Faulk was a beast.
Running backs are underappreciated, bro. I will give you that.
Absolutely. But back to CMC, he's only the 3rd running back ever to have that in one singular season. He's also the only running back in history to have 7+ rushing touchdowns and 7+ receiving touchdowns in the same season, not named Marshall Faulk.
Dual threat at running back.
Pure Swiss Army knife. Fun fact for you, he's also the only running back in history to hit the trifecta. He had a passing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and a rushing touchdown in the same game. In the same game! I'm telling you, man, CMC is really like that.
Hey, dude, I love the enthusiasm. I love the charisma. Let me tell you why Evans is still him.
Dude, hit me.
All he does is catch first downs. He's averaging 16 yards average on catch. Insane numbers. He stayed healthy pretty much his whole career. He had production among many quarterbacks. Top 10 in red zone production. If he finishes strong, he will set in the Terrell Owens, Larry Fitzgerald territory. Think about that for a second. Fitzgerald, I wish he would have won that ring against the Steelers, but hey, he got there. He got there.
He should have.
And Terrell Owens playing with a broken leg against the Patriots, that gained my respect. Even as a Dallas fan, shout out to the Eagles for just even getting to that game with Donovan McNabb and Andy Reid. Also, I must say this. He's had 1 Super Bowl ring. I know stats are great, but he will go down as a Super Bowl ringer for the rest of his life.
The Super Bowl ring is the only part of CMC's. That's the only imperfection, let's call it. But I mean, he came out of Carolina, bro, and I don't mean to be a Falcons fan about this, but come on, dog. It's Carolina. Like, at a certain point, you're kind of stuck with what you have, and he made the most of it every single time. Christian McCaffrey is also, I would say, scheme-proof, but him being with Kyle Shanahan, bro, in 2022, 2023, and 2025, he had 5+ rushing touchdowns and receiving touchdowns.
In my opinion, one of the best OCs of all time is Shanahan. But hot take, we'll get this another time. The best OC, in my opinion, has to be the Patriots' Josh McDaniel. Not a great coach, but no one knows this dude played for 10 Super Bowls as an OC. Just think about that for a second. That's for another episode, but Shanahan's a hell of an OC.
I'm already ready for this, man. Josh McDaniels. Yeah.
Another thing I will say, Ian, running backs typically have shorter primes. This is why I think Mike Evans is him. Although C-Mac is a bad dude and one of the top 3 running backs in the league year after year, he's a bad man. Also, let me stack you with this. Mike Evans has 4 career fumbles. Only 2 have been lost. Dude doesn't turn the ball over.
Oh, he's got straight super glue on those gloves. Somebody check those things. I'd push back on that would be how many receptions does Mike Evans have? Because the touches for Christian McCaffrey are unmatched. To only cough it up 15 times and recover it 6 of them is crazy. Like, he does not cough the ball up, and even on the .0039% chance that he does, he's recovering it.
So what are you thinking, Ian? One's a walking 1,000-yard receiver.
The other is an offensive cheat code.
But only one can
be him. I gotta be honest, and I hate to pick my own person, But Christian McCaffrey, he's only got 9 seasons under his belt, and only 5 of them have been truly outright healthy. And in every single one of them, he has been special. I have to say, though, Mike Evans, I could not think of a better potential rivalry on who's him than Mike 7-11 Evans. He has to be one of, if not the greatest red zone threat I've ever witnessed.
So what do you guys think? Please chime in and vote. Who's him?
Hit those comments. Hit us up personally. Whatever you got to do, let us know. Because good God, we cannot decide. There's no way. We're both super partial in this. We both put in the work on this. Oh my goodness. But shout out to both of them, because good God, these two are both
two absolute game changers.
Game changers. Beasts. Dogs. Both of them got that dog in them. All right, my man. So now moving on seamlessly into our next segment. This is a classic on other podcasts. I have to be honest, it's one of my favorite things to listen to other people talk about, and I'm so excited to try this out. I got a real heater for you, being Oklahoma State, being Cowboys all the way, Cowboys in college, Cowboys, everything. So keep 3, cut 5.
What you got?
I have the all-time Oklahoma State NFL and NBA players, my man.
Let's get it. Pistols fired.
Dude, the pistols are firing out here, theoretically. Oh, my gosh. Yo, did you go to Oklahoma State?
I did not, man.
Okay,
I did
so
not.
you're
My dad graduated from
Big
there.
fan then. Big fan.
I've been to quite a few games, bro. Quite a few games.
Okay, so
I was there when we got our butt kicked by Texas with Colt McCoy and Jordan Shipley.
Colt McCoy was really like that in college.
Yeah, he was.
Really like that. So I have to ask, before we get started, what's your favorite Oklahoma State, whether it be basketball, football, probably football, but basketball, football, whatever. What's your favorite Oklahoma State sports experience?
Man, so I don't remember the year it was, but we were playing Iowa State, who's always very tough, at home, and we were. I think we had Corn Dog there. Shout out to Corn Dog. He was a super underrated runner and a great quarterback for Oklahoma State. I went with some of my buddies from work, and it was also when Chuba Hubbard was just coming on the scene before he had that massive 2,000-yard season and took over, and he just had a great year in the NFL a couple years ago. Besides Rico Dowdle just going off too. The Panthers have a problem that most teams would want to have right now. They got 2 elite running backs in the backfield that could be RB1.
Bro, shout out to the Hubbard telescope, man. That dude
he came out of nowhere. But we beat him, and I got to run the field, and that was just such a cool experience. I got a high five from Corn Dog. I got to, say hi to Chuba. It was super cool. Tylen Wallace was there, I believe, at the time. I mean, OSU has had some absolute dogs come through that program.
Oh, 100%. And I'm glad you said that, because I don't know too much about Oklahoma State, but, man, looking into this was a much tougher list to accumulate than I thought it was going to be. Y'all have had some freak athletes. Now, just as a overarching, rule, I tried to stick with guys that have been there for multiple years. So, shout out to Tyreek Hill. He's an incredible athlete. He was only there for a year. I just couldn't justify putting him on this list.
Totally understandable.
And that's so just
he almost single-handedly upset Florida State with James.
By himself.
I can't remember if it was Jameis Winston, but it was a very stacked Florida State team.
It was an absolutely stacked Florida State team.
That was a heck of a game, man.
An absolute heck of a game. But I will say, shout out to all the fellas that were one-and-dones in basketball, everything. This is the list that I curated on actual overall impact, longevity, everything.
I can't wait to hear it.
So keep 3, cut 5. Rules are pretty simple. I'm going to list off 8 names in a random order, and you got to blindly tell me whether you're going to keep them or cut them.
Let's get it, dude.
First name up, I have the man, the myth, the legend, Dexter Manley. But shout out to the 80s and 90s, bro.
I'm going to be honest with you, I just don't know him, so I'm going to have to cut that guy, okay?
Hey, it's totally fine. If you're unfamiliar with his game,
I just don't know his game.
To all of our listeners, just check out that highlight reel on YouTube, man. You're not going to be disappointed, I must say.
Awesome, man.
Second name up, Dez Bryant.
Oh, I've watched him play live. Man, he's an absolute game changer. Dez did catch it 100%. I'm a Dallas fan, and he 100% caught that. I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl, but I'm saying we should have advanced past that game. I'm going to keep Dez. I would say he's a top 3 OSU receiver all time. Maybe top 5 if you want to get analytical with it, but he is an absolute animal, and he had a great career with the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, I do not blame you. I'm right there with you. Were the roles reversed here? Dez is the man.
Throw up the X, dog.
Throw up the X, bro. And seriously, not an OSU fan, but bro, pistols are firing on this list, bro. Next name up, we got the man who got the dog in him, Marcus Smart.
That dude was a problem. Great defender, a very underrated shooter, pretty solid free throw. I didn't watch him a lot, but I think he's definitely got a lot of talent. I'm going to go ahead and cut him. I just don't know enough about him. I watched a little bit of his game, but I'm going to go ahead and cut him. But he's a great player. I think he was on the Celtics for a while. I'm going to have to cut.
Absolutely. Hey, man, I totally get it. For the record, yes, he was on the Celtics. I was so disappointed in them whenever they traded him. But it led them to a championship, and that's no disrespect.
I think he's on the Lakers now. Is that right? Okay, with LeBron.
They traded him to Memphis, I believe.
Okay,
and then he kind of
a little bit of journeyman.
Yeah,
okay.
But he's washed up on the Lakers, man, and he really still got it. Defensive Player of the Year. Him and Gary Payton are the only 2 guards to ever win Defensive Player of the Year.
Defense doesn't get enough love.
Point guards. I'm sorry.
Defense doesn't get enough love.
No disrespect to Michael Jordan. Good Lord. But I'm just saying the only 2 point guards to ever win DPOY in the NBA are Marcus Smart and Gary the Glove Payton. So he
was a problem at OSU too defensively. He was fun to watch.
100%. But it's a tough cut, but that's the nature of the beast here. Next name up, I got Kevin Williams, defensive tackle for the Minnesota Vikings, drafted by them, the whole 9.
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't know him, but I definitely respect defensive tackles. They don't get enough credit. I mean, Chris Jones is an animal who does not get talked about enough.
100%.
I'm gonna have to cut him, bro.
Hey, I totally get it. And again, being unfamiliar with somebody's game, this is no disrespect to anybody. I have to say, though, Kevin Williams also got that dog in him, man. Check out those highlight reels, fellas. Check it all out. It's totally worth it. Next name up, I would argue this man is a legend. Tony Allen.
Oh, dude. Shout out to Memphis Grizzlies. I think that's where he got drafted to. He was a defensive problem. I think he had a pretty solid NBA career. I think he was very criminally underrated. Oh, shout out to Zach Randolph. I forgot about him. The Big Z, bro.
The Big Z. The Big
I gotta cut him. I gotta cut him, bro. I gotta cut him.
There are too many good names, and I totally get it. But, bro,
he doesn't strike me as like an elite Oklahoma State player, but he strikes me as a very solid, an underrated player, kind of in the middle, if that makes sense.
It does. And he definitely bloomed once he hit the NBA. He found the right scheme in the grit and grind offense. Again, big shout to the Big EZ, Zach Randolph. Golly, that grit and grind defense was something special. Sorry about y'all Memphis fans, though. The Thunder just done pieced you up, but that's okay.
Not everyone can be champion, man.
Hey,
OKC.
Man, only one can do it. Only one can do it. All right, next name up. This should be the easiest name on the list. Not to poison the well. Barry Sanders.
Easy keep. The best player in Oklahoma State history. I really feel that. Insane number. Crazy. I think a Holiday Bowl record, like 400-something yards. I don't want to butcher it, but it was around there. He was a freak athlete. I don't think any of his records will ever be broken. He's the best running back to ever come out of Oklahoma State history.
Easily.
He went to the Detroit Lions and put up crazy numbers, even with horrible quarterback play and horrible records. He's one of the best that never won a ring, and I really wish he had gotten his opportunity. But I got to keep him all day.
And just as a big shout-out to Barry Sanders, this means more to me than anything. My mom's favorite running back and my favorite running back of all time is Walter Payton. Sweetness. And he got the Man of the Year award named after him, dog. But Barry Sanders retired right before he could have broken that record.
If you guys get time, watch Run Barry Run. It's an incredible documentary about him and shows that the reason he quit playing ball is he was tired of losing. Think about that. If he was on a team that was winning, he could have had even more insane stats down the road.
100%. I totally agree. And that dude was the epitome of give me the ball and watch me run like into the
Top 3 running back of all time.
And it's not close.
No debate there.
It's not close. If you got him outside of the top 3, I'm not talking ball with you.
I will have to disagree with you respectfully. I think he's top 3 of all time, minus
totally
the Super Bowl ring.
100%.
Stats-wise, top 3.
Totally.
I'm keeping him, my guy.
Hey, I got you. So far, you've kept Des Bryant and Barry Sanders. What a list, man. Next, name up. We got the defensive tackle of all defensive tackles in OK State history. We got Jamal Williams.
Man, once again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I just don't know the name. I respect defensive tackles. I really started watching OSU football probably around the Zach Robinson time, which shout out to him, dual threat. He was an OC for your Falcons.
Yes,
now
sir.
he flipped to the Buccaneers this year.
Yes,
he was
sir.
a great quarterback, man. We had Kendall Hunter in the backfield. We had Des Bryant. Underrated player, Parrish Cox. Have you ever heard that name before?
I absolutely
yeah,
have.
yeah,
yes, sir.
dude. Okay, so
it's hard to live out here and not hear that.
I gotta cut him, man. I just don't know him enough.
Hey, the most respectful cut, Jamal Williams, Kevin Williams. These guys are all absolute freaks of nature. Freaks among freaks. So far, we have kept Des Bryant and Barry Sanders. God, what a list, man.
You killed this list, dude.
Thank you. Tony Allen, Marcus Smart, Dexter Manley, and Jamal Williams. The last name here that we are keeping is Cade Cunningham.
Obviously, walking double-double. I mean, you watch this guy rebound. It's effortless. He averages like 8 rebounds a game. He's a great passer, criminally underrated passer. I think he's averaging 6 to 7 assists a game. He's usually averaging roughly 15 to 20 points a game. I mean, he really could be a triple-double any night. But I would give him a double-double any night. He was the number 1 overall pick out of Oklahoma State. He was so fun to watch. I gotta
Rightfully
keep Cade
so.
Cunningham.
Dude, Cade Cunningham. Cade, no shade.
Shout out to the Detroit Pistons. If you want to watch an amazing documentary, watch The Bad Boys. Isaiah Thomas was so fun to watch.
Bro, he's the second best point guard of all time.
And I'm going to butcher the name, but they had a guy named Bill Lambert. Man, you want to...
Bill Lambert, let's go!
Yeah, he was an absolute animal. He loved to make your best player mad, which was such a good strategy.
Dude, the Bad Boy Pistons, back before they lost Rodman too, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Lambert, Dennis Rodman. I mean, they were...
The Bad Boys was such a cool name.
And
dude.
What a name, for real. What a nickname.
They deserved it. They were like the first villains I can really think of the NBA. Which,
yes.
I don't know about you, I love a good villain. We respect a good villain, we just don't like them.
Hey, man, every hero needs a heel, all right? Every single one of them. They all need it. I have to give a shout-out to Isaiah Thomas. He's the only player in NBA history to beat Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and Magic Johnson with Kareem in the same playoff run.
What a resume.
Bro,
what a resume.
Toasted all of them and en route to back-to-back championships when all 3 of those other top 10 all-timers were in their primes.
Detroit Bad Boys.
The Bad Boys. And honestly, I say all that to say Cade Cunningham is bringing it back. He got that dog in him. Shout out to Jalen Duren.
Hot take, Ian. What you think? I think Cunningham's the MVP this year. SGA's been hurt, but I got to give it to Cunningham. Probably the next closest would be Mr. Nikola Jokic. Can I go home and hang out with my horses? One of the funniest, most relatable guys. I love Jokic, dude. I was so happy to see him get a ring.
Buddy can't jump over a Sports Illustrated magazine, and he's still out here putting up 35, 10, and 10, bro.
Dude might be the most likable player in the NBA. I got to go him, the most likable player in the NBA, and Mr. Famous Jameis in the NFL. He's just hilarious and so relatable.
He's so relatable. Shout out to Nikola Jokic. Any other year, I would say he deserves his 4th MVP. But good golly, if you take Cade off the Pistons, they are right back to the number 1 overall pick.
All they have is Duren, and shout out to Duren. He's a rebounding machine and has a lot of talent.
Don't forget about Oscar Thompson.
Oscar Thompson's underrated. I think Duren is the most improved player this year. What you think?
I totally agree. It has nothing to do with me having money riding on that. It's Jalen Duren.
I hope you can cash that.
Bro, man. I don't even
rooting
want to
for you,
talk
man.
about it. I don't want to jinx it.
Dude, spreading all the positive vibes.
Jalen Duren is really like that. And bonus hot take, he's better than Bam Adebayo. Oh, jeez. That's a debate for another day. It's a debate for another day, my man. So to wrap things up, we're just going to give a couple really quick shout outs here for our final segment. We're going to develop this over time, but we're calling it Old School Cool. These are some underrated, underappreciated old school players from yesteryear who not necessarily fall by the wayside, but they were so much more impactful than people give them credit for in this day and age. Clint, who you got, buddy?
Let's get this started. Larry Bird ran the league.
Hey, dude, 3 back-to-back-to-back MVPs. Put it on Magic Johnson. Fought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in game. I mean, my guy, Dr. J. Julius Erving, changed the game. He was Michael Jordan's favorite player, but he looked like he was walking on air before Air Jordan was gliding from the free throw line. Dr. J was jumping from the free throw line. He was wearing the Cartier shades, Rolex Rollie on his wrist, and that was before all that stuff was cool, man. Dr. J, 2-time ABA MVP, 1-time NBA MVP, one with Moses Malone in Philly. I mean, the list goes on and on. But what a game changer.
That's cool you think all that, man. Here's how I feel about it. Dr. J was art, but Larry Bird was execution.
Yes.
So the real question isn't who was flashier, it was who was colder when the lights came on.
Hey, Dr. J.
So let me break out his
cool as a
career
cucumber.
averages, bro. He averaged 24.3 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game, 49.6% field goal percentage, 37.6% three-point, and 88.6% free throw. He basically was a 50-40-90 guy before that was even a thing. What you got?
Hey, as far as the career and everything goes, I mean, I gotta give it to Larry Bird. I mean, I have to say, Larry legend, top 10 player in NBA history, and to me, it's not even a question about that. I would say as far as overall impact, I can give you stats. I can't go that route because Dr. J statistically is not going to hold up against Larry Bird. But as far as overall impact on the game, the players that came after him, and the homage that all of them paid to him, Dr. J, Julius Erving, was really like that. And, I mean, no offense to the great white hope, man. Dr. J was styling on everybody, bro.
Hey, Dr. J was flashy. I'm not taking that.
Oh, get out.
That's the fun debate here, man. Your guy was more flashy. My guy was more career-oriented with the stats and the accolades.
Clocked out with the lunch pail, bro. Larry Bird was that classic punch-in, punch-out type player, bro.
Here's the craziest thing. Only a handful of players ever won 3 straight MVPs. Bird did it in the middle of the Magic and Dr. J era.
100%, man. 100%. And the thing is, with Dr. J specifically, he dominated the ABA. But once he got to the NBA, it took him a second. He won with Moses Malone, another underrated all-time great, Moses Malone. Tragically became a journeyman at the end of his career. And I feel like a lot of basketball fans remember that and don't remember that he was a walking double-double. But Dr. J changed how people perceived basketball. And that is my argument, is that whenever he stepped on the floor, you knew he was jumping from the free throw line. He was going between the legs, around the back, 180, 360. He was dunking on you. And just to put a bow on it, he was Michael Jordan's inspiration.
I hear you, but you want some swagger about Larry Bird since that's what we're talking about with Dr. J?
Yes.
How about
yes,
the left-handed game, bro? This is a cold-blooded fact.
It's cold as hell.
In 1986 versus the Blazers, Larry Bird dropped 47 points, shooting mostly with his left hand, just because he said he was saving his right hand for the Lakers. That's some swagger and confidence right there. Oh, wait, I'm not done.
No, you're not.
He won the first NBA three-point contest from 86 to 88 and reportedly asked the locker room, who's coming in second. That's villain energy.
Walked in, asked the other 5 best three-point shooters in the league which one of these MFers is coming in second.
Because I'm getting first.
He never took off his warm-ups, bro.
And let's go to his best season of all time.
Coldest shit I've ever heard.
The best season of all time, 1986. He averaged 26 points per game, 9.8 rebounds per game, and 7 assists. He was in the 50-40-90 club. That Boston team won 67 games. That 86 team is considered one of the greatest ever. I respect that debate, and I'm not even a Celtics fan. I'm OKC all the way.
Hey, I'm OKC too, but I would definitely say those 86 Celtics are up there. 83 Sixers have got to be up there. Shout out to Dr. J. Moses Malone. That's who. But I'm just saying, man, Larry Bird was really like that. And, man, he got respect from everybody. From Gary Payton to Dominique Wilkins. Shout out to Neek. Like, everybody. Everybody knew Larry Bird was not to be trifled with.
So it's up to you guys, but here's my debate for why, once again, Larry, one of the greatest. Bird has more NBA rings. Bird has more MVPs. He dominated the 80s. He elevated the Celtics and Lakers rivalry with Magic Johnson. Showtime. Dr. J changed culture, but Bird dominated the league. He finished top 2 in MVP voting 8 straight years. That's insane to think about.
That's an insane stat.
From
Holy God.
81 to 88, Bird was either first or second in MVP voting. That means for almost a decade straight, he was basically the best or second best player on earth. That's dominance people forget about. His finals game in 1981 against Houston, he scored 27, 13, and 5 as a second-year player. He wasn't just hype. He delivered early. He talked trash and told you the play. Players have said Bird would say to tell a defender where he was shooting from, call the play out loud, and say, I'm ending this, then do it.
Man, it's hard to argue with all that, but like you said, man, my approach is definitely more basketball culture, more so than overall statistical impact. Because on that front, I give you Larry Bird, man. That dude was colder than ice. He made polar bears sweat, man. That dude was crazy cold. Dr. J, though, the cultural impact, the basketball fandom impact, the swagger, the charisma, but bro was just cool as a cucumber, man. And that would be my argument.
He was Joey Cool before Joey Cool was even a thing. Think about how much swagger Burrow has, and that's what Dr. J was.
Hey, man, he was the original.
Shout out to Burrow, man. That LSU team was insane.
Bro, if you got Jamar
Jefferson
Chase and
Chase, don't forget Thaddeus Moss at tight end, Randy Moss's son at tight end.
I forgot
and
about
Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. That team was nasty.
Hey, and then Edwards-Helaire beat the brakes off of the Bengals defense.
That was wild. Another crazy thing I had to tell you about Larry Bird, which I respect. He played through a destroyed back.
He did.
He shoveled gravel for his mom in the offseason and messed up his back permanently.
Redoing his driveway, I believe.
You're correct. You're correct. He still had 3 straight MVPs, 3 titles, and 12 All-Stars. Imagine if he had the modern load management that they do today. He was way tougher than all these new guys setting out. If you bought tickets to a Celtics game, you got to see the legend, Larry Bird.
Larry Legend, for real.
And do you know about his 86 season at home?
I did not. Let's hear it.
He went 40-1 at home. 67 wins total. Many argue it's a top 5 team ever.
It has to be. 40-1
that's
at
video
home.
game numbers, 40-1.
I could make 2K trades all day and put together a team of all-time legends that still wouldn't go 40-1 at home. It's diabolical.
But here's the thing. It's not up to us. You have to decide.
What you guys think. Please comment below who you think is the better old school cool player. Dr. J. Julius Erving or Larry Legend himself, the Bird. And don't get it twisted, buddy. He'll give you the Bird and then give you 40. He's really like that, man.
But hey, on a serious note, I just want to give a shout out to my wife and kids for supporting me with this dream of mine. I've always wanted to do this. I'm very passionate about sports, and I'm very excited to take on this adventure with Ian.
I have to be honest, man. We are about to leave the lab, but everybody, have fun, be safe. Don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, everything. And I just want to give a shout out to my dad, who got me into sports when I was a kid and really got this passion brewing in me, and I never looked back. And another shout out to my girlfriend, Sarah. I know you're far away right now, but baby, we are going to figure this out. We're going to make this work.